Moving on with our second part here, trading strategies, and under the buying Kumo button, this is the second recording because I just want to have another example in order for things to be smooth and in order for the whole concept to be understandable. Now again, under the buying Kumo bottom strategy, so basically buying the base of the cloud, Kumo meaning cloud, under this strategy, normally traders are looking to buy the bottom of the cloud, and normally everybody's looking at the current price action. Let's say that this is the current price action when you're trading with the Ichimoku Kinko here. Now, while I agree with such with the overall statement, I do have some amendments like mentioned earlier, and that is that whenever trying to buy the bottom of the cloud, make sure the cloud is green, indicating a bullish environment. One should look for buying the bottom of the cloud not when the actual price is hitting the area like it is here, but when the Chinko, the lagging span that is doing that. The reason for such a thing is that usually when the actual price is testing the bottom of the cloud, little support is to be found, as the cloud, being so visible, makes such a possible support area to be too obvious. For that reason, often price just breaks it. It is not the case here. Here it seems to hold, but it does hold here not because here is the base of the cloud, but because 26 periods back, okay, so here, so this is the actual time when you go long, but the reason is 26 periods back. Here the Chinko, so here the Chinko, let me just write here, so here the Chinko tests the bottom of the cloud, and that is the reason for the bounce that you see right there. Now, whenever you are seeing that the Chinko is testing the bottom of the cloud in here, and keep in mind that the Chinko represents the move that the actual price makes under real-time situations, but in this line here you cannot see the shadows of the candle, so the shadows are not being represented. Because the shadows are not being represented, then it is being actually moving only in terms of the whole body of the candle is being represented. So while you cannot see here that the Chinko actually tests the bottom of the cloud, well, in fact it is testing the bottom of the cloud because this candle here has 42 pips, if you can see, 42 pips of a shadow, and this is not visible on the Chinko. However, when price was here and went to the downside like that, also did the Chinko to the downside. So the Chinko actually was rejected from the bottom of the cloud, and that is the reason for our bounce here to the upside. And normally that means that we should go and let me mark the area here, 26 periods ahead, basically under the current situation. What we should do, we should go and buy calls. This is a daily chart, and this implies buying calls for end of day, or depending on your risk degree, or on your degree of risk, end of week, end of day, on end of week expiration. Remember, when you are looking for an option, for a binary option to expire in the money, and you are looking to buy calls, then you need the actual price at the expiration date to be bigger than the price you actually bought the option for, basically the striking price. Now here your striking price would be here, your striking price would be here, and So basically this is the price you bought the option for, so the pricing the striking price be here, and the expiration will be under the end at the end of the day right here. And in this case, this turns out to be a profitable binary option. So you're buying calls at the end of the day. This is the expiration date. The expiration date for 1 week, not for the end of day, sorry. Expiration date for end of week. And that implies that the price should have higher levels, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles from here. And as you can see, 7 candles for here, one week. And as you can see, in 5 trading days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5 trading days. This is the expiration date for your buying calls, and there you go. This is a profitable expiration, so a profitable trade. So looking for possible places for engaging in buying calls should always take into consideration. So should always take into consideration the Chinko, not looking when the actual price is hitting the bottom, but when the Chinko is hitting the bottom of the cloud. Because sometimes, like it was the example on the previous recording here, see, sometimes price is breaking out of the bottom of the cloud there, but doing that, it doesn't mean that the bounce is not going to come. It means that you should look 26 periods before for the possible bouncing for the Chinko here to the upside, and there you go, the bouncing for the actual price to the upside as well. Now stay tuned, please. We are going to move now to buying to selling, so we Kumo tops. So basically we are looking at the same pattern, the same strategy, but in this time we are going to be involved in buying puts, because we want price to go to the downside at the expiration date compared with the striking price, and we'll use also the top of the cloud in relation with the Chinko. Stay tuned, please, for our next chapter in the second part here, trading strategies, how to buy the Kumo bottom now.